What would you attribute to that? Because I know right now, like I talked about earlier, you're doing the training with guys, with footwork, with all kinds of different drills and stuff like that down in Florida right now. But I mean, your development in college, I mean, what would you attribute the numbers blowing up the way they did in 2012 catching the football?
I would say just knowing that the opportunities would be there. Honestly, that's just for us and a lot of guys. As you can recall, like over the years, we went from a bigger group of 6'3", 6'4" guys like across the board, and as we got down to 2012, you end with like me, Nick Jones, Bruce Ellington, Demir Bird, and stuff. 5'9" guys out there. So it was just kind of fun to be out there, kind of with everybody your size. It gives defenses a totally different look. People have to play a totally different way when you're dealing with guys who can run vertical. They gave us a chance to run vertical routes, and it just opened up so much more underneath because we were playing with pure speed out there. And I just attribute it to the opportunity presenting itself, honestly. We worked hard every year in the off season, so it was just finally the opportunity presenting itself.
I know you're probably biased to this question, Ace, but just kind of looking at football in general, not just South Carolina, but you talked about teams that have different style of receivers, whether you're comparing like the Alshon type, the big-bodied 6'3", 6'4" guy who can go and get the football, or the type like you or the type like Bruce who's the speed demon who's going to burn you, who can make you miss. Do you think there's an advantage to one type of receiver or the other that an offense centers its game around, or do you need a nice mix, or what are your opinions on that?
I would say like there's so much that goes into that. Of course, your quarterback has to be in that room as well. Just depending on really what he's like. At the end of the day, the quarterback is delivering the ball, so whichever one he's used to, I would say. I know it's pros to having big guys because it's a habit for a smaller defensive back. Even if you have good coverage, it's just a big body is just hard to deal with. But at the same time, you get a guy you don't want to chase around the field 24/7. I would say, yeah, having a balanced mix of them is pretty standard to me. Just to have a balanced mix of both guys so they both can do something that the other guy can't. But either way you go, I think it's all like preference. It's all preference.